Dark time theory. Time, humanity's oldest question. Does the past truly remain in the past? Can the future be known? How real is what we call today? Dark explores these questions from a much deeper perspective than we might expect from a science fiction series. Dark's universe isn't just the story of a lost child. It's the story of Jonas and Martha, two people caught in a cycle of love, fate, despair, and inseparable. But most importantly, Dark explains that the phenomenon called time is not actually as we know it. In this long narrative, I will explain Dark's theory of time, the philosophical, physical, and metaphysical structure that sustains the series, from beginning to end, step by step, but in simple and easily understandable language. Because understanding Dark actually requires a very clear perspective. Time is not a straight line. Time is a knot. And the whole story of Dark is the drama of people trapped in this knot. First, the time loop, a story without a beginning. In Dark's universe, time operates cyclically. This means there is no beginning, there is no end. Everything is both cause and effect. The past affects the future, while the future creates the past. The Michael-Mikkel storyline precisely illustrates the essence of this loop. Michael's paradox. Jonas's father, Michael, is actually little Mikkel, who travels back to the past. When Mikkel travels back to the past, he grows up, becomes Michael, and becomes Jonas's father. By trying to save his father from suicide, Jonas actually starts his own path to suicide. Michael's suicide leads Jonas into the dark loop. A question arises here. Why did Mikkel travel back to the past? The answer? Because of Jonas. So why does Jonas exist? Because Mikkel travelled back to the past. This is the bootstrap paradox. That is, something has no source, it generates itself. This is Dark's first great theory. What you try to change may actually be the cause of the past. Therefore, in the Dark universe, past, present, and future are interconnected in a chain. No other way is possible. All characters must live their destiny. 2. Fate trap, the immutability of time. Dark's philosophical stance is deterministic. That is, choices arise not from free will, but from a cycle. Every decision actually has a single outcome. The characters think they're making a choice, but that choice has already been decided. Therefore, whatever Jonas does, he becomes Adam. Whatever Martha does, she becomes Eva. Charlotte becomes his own mother's mother. Noah is both a murderer and a victim. Helga's fate is summed up in the phrase, I will, I must. Dark's fundamental question is this: who controls time? Does time control you, or do you control time? The answer is clear. Time controls you. If the cycle isn't broken, nothing will change. Third, the birth of parallel universes, the worlds of Adam and Eva. Dark makes a major move towards the third season. There isn't just one world. Jonas's world is only one half. Directly opposite it is Martha's world. These two universes are similar, but are separated by small differences. One has Jonas, the other doesn't. One has Martha, the other lives a different fate. Two figures govern these two universes. Adam, Jonas's future self. He wants to destroy the cycle. Eva, Martha's future self. He wants to protect the cycle. Adam and Eva aren't actually enemies. They are different functions of the cycle. Adam believes, destiny is destroying us. To destroy this cycle, I must erase everything. Eva, on the other hand, believes, destiny is sacred. If the cycle is broken, the entire universe collapses. But both are wrong, because the cycle is neither sacred nor free. The cycle is a mistake. We'll get to that point shortly. Fourth, moments where causality is locked in. Dark's theory of time, certain events can be called key events. In other words, there are events that must happen no matter what. These events cannot be changed because, if this event changes, the universe collapses. If the universe collapses, the cycle breaks. If the cycle breaks, the paradoxes destroy each other. That's why Adam and Eva constantly repeat, everything happens as it should. Dark denies free will here. Everyone is a prisoner of their fate. Because their universe is built on a mistake, and this mistake cannot be corrected, until Jonas and Martha realize the truth. 5. Third world, the revelation of the true universe. Dark's biggest surprise is this. Jonas's and Martha's universes are not real. These two universes are actually two universes. A byproduct, a deviation resulting from an accident, a parallel reality resulting from an error. The true universe is the origin world where Tannhaus lives. How did it come about? Tannhaus's son and grandson die in a car accident. Tannhaus cannot bear his grief. He builds a time machine to turn back time, but the machine malfunctions. Instead of turning back time, it splits the fabric of time, and two new universes are born. Jonas's world, Martha's world. So Jonas and Martha are actually the result of a machine error. They are not spontaneously born people. They are beings created by accident. This information changes the entire meaning of dark. 6. The end of the cycle, the defeat of fate. Jonas and Martha realize, we are not children of the true universe. We are a mistake. As long as we exist, the cycle will be reborn. The only way to break the cycle. 1. Go back to the original universe. 2. Save Tannhaus's son. 3. Make Tannhaus's time machine never be built. Thus, time machines are not built. The universe is not divided. Side universes are never formed. Adam and Eva are never born. Jonas and Martha never exist. This is how fate is defeated. The most painful truth is this. Time is saved, but the heroes are destroyed. Jonas and Martha take one last look at each other, and slowly they vanish. This loss is not a loss. It is like the victory of two people who have battled fate throughout history. Dark conveys a very powerful message here. Sometimes freedom is ceasing to exist. What does Dark's philosophy say? Dark's theory of time is based on 3 fundamental principles. 1. Time is a knot. It has no beginning or end. Everything that happens, happens because it was meant to happen. 2. The universe was divided by an error. The two worlds are not actually real. The real universe, however, has a completely different beginning. 3. Fate is the delusion of people stuck in a cycle. When the cycle is broken, fate also disappears. Dark teaches us this. Sometimes it's impossible to change the past. Sometimes you have to destroy yourself to save the future. Sometimes fate is a chain that prevents you from accepting reality. But most importantly, the meaning of time is in how you live it. You can't escape the past, but you shouldn't let it imprison you either. Dark isn't just a TV series, it's the darkest philosophical face of time, existence, love, and loss. And at the end of every cycle, one truth remains. Time doesn't create us. We create time.